I'm not sure where I originally heard this phrase. I don't know if it was Dr. Phil or someone on the radio who said we teach people how to treat us. Sometimes it's easier to allow somebody to treat us poorly than to ask for what we need or what we don't want. "2022 is coming out to be the most violent year in the history of the United States. People are being shot in groups every weekend. And the rest of the world asks why. Only in the United States can you buy a weapon of mass destruction that's only meant to kill a lot of people, not to hunt. For those people thinking people are coming for the guns, nobody's coming from the guns. But governments all over the world wisely said, we don't want this because more guns mean there's more people going to die from gun violence. It's math. It's just math. And the more AR-47s and AR-15s and assault-type vehicles, more people will be killed. So we're not safe in supermarkets. We're not safe in theaters. Our children are not safe in schools. And while I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, I'm an equal opportunity abuser because I can find fault in both. I think the Republicans are just mean and nasty. They don't care about your child, your grandmother, those people just shopping in the grocery store, people in shopping malls, restaurants, hospitals. In Texas, we learned that good people had guns and they did nothing. That may have resulted in more children being killed than needed to be. And all those talking points that they use over and over and over, you've heard them. But see, I'm not mad at the politicians. I'm mad at us. Because the majority of the senators, the majority of the people who were in, the senators who were elected during Sandyhook, the majority of them are still here, saying no. No rhyme or reason. It's the same talking points, but they're losing. Because the majority of Republicans and Democrats and independents want some type of gun control. They want to be able to give the police the ability to take and confiscate guns from people who they suspect is crazy. But can't do that now. We hear things about those young boys. Everyone else knew, but the police couldn't do anything. There are no laws. And you have vindictive people like Greg Abbott in Texas who gleefully signed. You ever watched the videos? He signed and said, 18-year-old, the minute you turn 18, we're not going to do a background check. We're not going to see if you're crazy. Just show us your ID, pay your money, and you got a gun that could kill hundreds of people if you choose. Buy all the ammunition. But you know what? Texas may reelected that man. We teach people how to treat us. At the end of the day, who can we be mad at? I was in a grocery store the weekend of Buffalo, and I heard a gunshot, or what I thought was a gunshot, and I froze. I was trying to think of where the sound came from, and I would go in a different area, but I froze. I couldn't move, and I didn't see anybody, and I stayed in the aisle listening. That's the United States. Check this out. You know how people talk negatively about Mexico and all the guns coming on the side? No, they get their guns from the United States. You can't buy an AR-15 in Mexico or Colombia or Venezuela, but you can buy one in the United States and transport them. And from what I understand, and you'll have to look at yourself, penalties are not major penalties for someone taking a legal gun out of the country. So the rest of the world's looking at us and going, what is going on? What's going on? If you want to make change, then you don't reelect the same people who don't care about your child, don't care about your grandmother, don't care about the people in the hospitals, don't care about the people in the mall, movie theaters. Let's make it easy. No background check. You want to conceal your gun? Wear it. Let's make it legal where you can take it to Walmart. And Texas is paid. They point to Chicago. Look at all the crime happening in Chicago. Well, we learned many years ago when they stopped people from smoking in restaurants that smoke don't know how to stay in its own area. And if you live in Chicago, a few miles to the south, you can buy a gun. A few miles to the north, you can buy a gun. In Wisconsin and Indiana, you can buy a gun. And those guns go into Chicago. And people are not dying in Chicago, they're dying in Des Moines. They're dying in Chattanooga. They're dying in Phoenix. They're dying in San Bernardino. We teach people how to treat us. If you want change, you'll vote the people who resisting change out of office. Let's see how we do this year. Rodfather out. Bye.